is up, my friends and family? I'm Charmx, and today I'm going to be reacting to scariest Instagram accounts by Shane, or Shane Dawson. Now, I used to watch Shane Dawson, like, I don't know how many years it's been since I've seen Shane. Probably along the lines of, like, 7 years ago, I was watching Shane Dawson, and then I moved on to, like, a different side of YouTube, like the fitness area of YouTube. I was really heavy into that, and now I've kind of moved, you know, on again. But anyway, this is going to be the first Shane or Shane Dawson video that I have seen in a long time. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys like this. Is Shane dressing up in wigs like he used to do? Because when I was watching, he was dressing up in wigs. And, yeah, his videos were quite crazy back then. So, is he still dressing up in wigs and, like, doing, like, personas and that kind of stuff? Anyway, I guess we're gonna find out. But with that being said, the original link's in the description. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you go subscribe to Shane if you haven't already. And without any further ado, let's begin.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to another creepy video. Now, we've talked about some very scary Instagram accounts before. We talked about the account, I know exactly who you are. And we still don't know exactly who runs that account. But when you DM them and say, who am I? They send you back a bunch of in-depth details about your life that nobody would know. And yes, that account is pretty creepy, but it gets worse. Today.
So he doesn't wear wigs anymore, and it doesn't look like he's putting on a persona. So I guess things have really changed over the years.
We're going to be going over some of the scariest accounts that are on Instagram. That's right, Instagram isn't just a bunch of pictures of people doing yoga and posting their avocado toast that they had in the morning. If you dig deep enough, you can find some of the creepiest pictures on the internet. And we're going to start with an account called Mothmeister. Now, this account is incredibly terrifying and almost feels like you're looking at somebody's nightmares.
That is quite terrifying, like from those images there, but they also look quite, you know, beautiful in the way they're shot.
I mean, just looking through some of the pictures gave me the chills. You have people wearing clown masks and dark suits.
That's awesome.
In the middle of nothingness. You have old, dying clowns holding on to sad animals. You have clowns that have black eyes that you cannot see any life in. So I did some research on that.
That's awesome.
What I found was that their whole idea of their page is to challenge traditional beauty standards. And they want you to be looking at the Explore page and be seeing pictures of Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez, and then randomly get to one of their pictures, and it kind of messes with your head. Now,
I love that. I love it. I can definitely see the beauty in the photos. I mean, they are creepy, but I can definitely see the beauty in them. And I would actually, you know, prefer that over Kylie Jenner or all these other Instagram accounts where they're basically just cookie cutters, right? They're duplicates of other accounts, those kind of things. But that right there is extremely unique in how beautiful and yet terrifying it is. I love it.
Now, it's a couple that runs this account, and they said they get their ideas from their nightmares. That's right. They wake up from a nightmare, they write it down, and they turn it into a picture. Now, I'm going to show you a few of the most disturbing pictures, and literally, it feels like a nightmare. Watch.
Wow. Oh, I love that one with the clown. I mean, sure, it's freaky, and I don't like clowns, but, you know, the way it's shot is quite fantastic. That cat looks petrified.
The pictures are nightmare fuel, but even more terrifying are the videos. Now, the world where all of these pictures and videos take place is somewhere they like to call Wonderland. Now, in this land of nightmares, anything is possible. And you might notice that a lot of times they're holding what looks like a dead animal. And that's because it is. That's right. Not only are they Instagrammers, they're taxidermists. Now, for those of you...
What a mix. So I guess taxidermy is their full-time job, or at least was until their Instagram account blew up.
If you don't know what taxidermy is, it's a lot. It's basically an art form where they take dead animals and they freeze them in a lifelike state by removing their insides and putting stuffing inside of them.
I've never understood why that's a thing.
Knowing that it's literally a dead animal, it makes it even creepier. Okay, so those pictures probably made you feel very uncomfortable. This next account is going to make you feel even more uncomfortable in a different way. We're going to be talking about the Instagram account, Vadim Magorov. Vadim is a Russian stuntman who risks a very horrifying death with every post he makes.
Oh yeah, if he's Russian, you can believe it.
He started a trend that I'm sure you're aware of called on the roofs. Now this is a type of photography where people will go to the highest places they can find and take terrifying pictures of their feet.
What? Is he sitting down or something? Like, how is he taking this picture? He's floating in the air.
Dangling. Just looking at these pictures literally make my insides shake. And if you're a guy, you could probably feel your balls like go inside of your body when you stare at these. I mean, in this last one, thinking about what would happen if that guy accidentally tripped or if his grip slipped. Ugh, it's intense.
And that last one's face, like, he looked kind of, he looked kind of nuts.
I mean, these pictures are incredibly risky. I mean, one slip and it's all over. Now, On the Roofs went super viral. One video that Vada made got 63 million views. Him and his friend climbed China's Shanghai Tower, which is
I've seen that video.
2,000 feet tall. Just watch a clip of this. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen this. This went viral.
I literally could not watch the whole thing.
My palms are sweaty.
Now, of course, they made it to the top, and they were perfectly fine, but it doesn't always end up like that. A couple years ago, a boy named Connor Cummings went to New York to try to take his own rooftop pictures. He took an elevator to the top of the Four Seasons Hotel. Him and his friends sneaked onto the roof to get some shots. Here's just a couple pictures that he got when he was at the top. Now those were the last pictures that Connor ever took because he miscalculated his steps and he fell 52 stories down.
Wow.
And his camera survived, and that's why we have these pictures. Alright, now I'm warning.
How did the camera survive? What kind of camera was it? Like a Nokia? 52 stories, you'd think it would wreck anything that fell from that.
This next Instagram account is intense. And I have to blur
I can't wait.
All of it, because this is an account of a human dissector.
Hey guys, I'm Miss Anjemi from Instagram.
That's right. Miss Anjemi does dissections and posts them on Instagram. Now,
how is that legal? How is that legal?
Here's the first one. Obviously, I had to blur all the faces. But the caption says, cadaver heads set up for educational use. Yeah, those are heads. Real heads on Instagram. And then look at this one. You can see her digging into somebody's body. She posted a picture of a guy's face being peeled off of his skull. And then there's just ones like this. And this one's caption just says, finger versus heavy wood door. And she even posts pictures of severe injuries that are caused by really bad accidents. But she does this as kind of like a cautionary tale. For example, she'll post a picture of a hand that was exploded because of a firework accident. Now, I can't show you that.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to show you something very similar.
Wait, so Instagram won't allow you to show some old nipples, the old nips? But they'll allow you to show people with their heads cut off. What is wrong with Instagram? Aren't they owned by Facebook? What is Mark on?
She posted a picture of a hand that her friend made who makes props. Once again, this is not real. It is a prop, so YouTube, do not block my video. But it looks insane. And that's very close to what her Instagram account usually looks like. And usually it's real. Now,
yeah, note to self, blur that out, because it doesn't matter if it's fake or real. YouTube doesn't care.
Sometimes she posts like strange deformities or unique like illnesses. For example, here's a picture she posted of somebody who had an extra finger. Yeah, from far away it looks normal, and then when you really look at it, oh my god, there's 6.
Wow! It's like a pinky's pinky. Like, you have the pinky, and then you have the dwarf pinky. At least it's even. Like, you have one on each side, because then you know, people actually have to look at it, and then they're like, well, that's not right, what's going on here? But if it's just one extra pinky on one hand and nothing on the other hand, you can automatically spot that out. You're like, that ain't right. So at least it's even. But, like, I'm surprised that this wasn't taken care of at birth, because I know when babies are born, if they have deformities and whatnot, like, they'll get it surgically fixed, like, really fast. That way, you know, the kid grows up, doesn't have to deal with any of these problems. So unless they grew up in, like, a different country where the medical, like, treatment isn't as good as in, like, the US, then that would be like the only explanation why I could think that they didn't like deal with the issue sooner.
6 on each hand. Speaking of hands, she also posted a picture of the guy's hand after he got into a huge electricity accident. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, a lot of people think she's exploiting the dead or exploiting illnesses, but she says it's all in the name of education and science. Now, this last account is something that I have not even looked at. Like,
if you haven't looked at it, how can you include it on this list?
I know about it, and I have it here on my computer, but I have not went through the pictures because I'm scared. This is an account called Eye Exam. Have you ever heard of a fear called emetophobia? I might be pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, me neither. Well, it's a fear of taking care of your eye. Cleaning your eye, touching your eye, getting anything near your eye. That would be the fear.
I wouldn't even say that's a fear. That's just a logical thing. Like, you don't want to be sticking your fingers in your eyes, right? Because if you damage your sight, you're screwed. So it's a very logical thing to not want to do. I don't know how people can take contacts and like jam them in your eye. It blows my mind. But yeah, I wouldn't even call that a fear. That's just a logical thing to do.
Well, this Instagram account, I Care, is meant to trigger you if you have it. Now, I don't know if I have it or not, but I have a feeling I do, because just the idea of I'm just gonna watch it with you. All right.
I guess I'm gonna get triggered.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, what is wrong with people? Oh, that's a paperclip. A paperclip. How can you do this and not damage your eye?
That is the worst. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Is that even okay? Is that alright, let's go to another one. Just like
Alright, that one doesn't bother me that much. I guess because it doesn't look like it hurts. But if you were to flip that around, like the person's holding a needle, right? So if you were to flip it around and use the sharp end and poke that, would your eye pop? Like, is there liquid inside your eye? Would that come out? I don't even want to think of that.
Like the way that the pin is being pushed, like it's gonna pop the eye. Get out. Ooh, what is that? What is that? That looks like the strips that you test like pee with. Is that a birth control test? What is that?
Looks like that like bubble gum you can get that's like wrapped up.
I think I have emetophobia. I don't even remember what it's called, but I have it. Oh my god. I don't want to try that. That, why? I hate this. No, next. Why are you purple?
A fork? A fork? Yeah, and why are you purple? I didn't even like notice that until he said, why are you purple? That's a good, why are you purple? And why are you sticking a fork in your eye? Like, well, it's not in your eye, but it's on like the cusp of being in your eye. Like, if you were just to move that fork a little bit, imagine if you tripped while you were doing that, and it like, went in your eye. Like, I'll teach you not to do this kind of silly stuff.
Why are you ruining forks for me? Ooh my god, what is that? Are those like charms? Is that like
stickers?
A new jewelry thing? I don't get it.
Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. The one that I liked the most would have been, I think, the first one. The first or second one, whichever one had like the clowns and that was really cool. I really enjoyed that one. The last one here was quite terrifying, especially the first picture where the person had like a paper clip and shoved that in their eye. Why? What's wrong with you? Anyway, I hope you guys did like this video. If you want more, I'll try reacting some more Shane. Shane Dawson has changed so much since the last time I, watched Shane. But nonetheless, if you like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend if you knew, and subscribe to join the family today, and also make sure you go subscribe to Shane. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Boop!